It's yellow to throw first.
Both
Game on.
well aware of each other in the darting world, and we have our referee today, Justin Bradshaw.
180.
And what a start from Classen. Straight in with a 180.
100.
From Classen to start, and wow, is that going to be the way it goes today? Are we going to have a high-scoring day? Here comes Jenkins back at him, 180 as well.
180.
Well, I was walking down the stairs, Scott, and I just instantly heard the scream of 180.
139.
So it's Classen and Jenkins both finding a max in the opening leg of the day. Let's hope that's
100.
an indication of
42.
how this day is going to go.
Game shot in the first leg.
Wow.
Yellow Classen.
He's 3 from 7 on the doubles. Andy Jenkins. He'd love to do this 80 and 2 to make the perfect start to day 2. And Andy Jenkins with a 14 dart break of throw. He's 3 from 7 on the doubles. Andy Jenkins. He'd love to do this 80 and 2 to make the perfect start to day 2. And Andy Jenkins with a 14 dart break of throw of what was an enthralling encounter between these two players, and it's Andy who gets the spoils. He moves on to 6 points with Johan van Velsen and Chris Landman, and we're going to see van Velsen up next against Robin Beeger. If you know what you're doing wrong, you're giving yourself half a chance. A double 10 is hit.
And the match, Johan van Velsen.
16 dart leg, which is the best leg of the match. It's also a 16 darter in leg 2. 76.33 the average. 4 out of 11 on the doubles, and another 2 points for van Velsen. And he does join David Davis on top of the table, and we're going to see David Davis in our next match. He faces Chris Landman.
9.
Tight on the 170 until it got to the ball.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Landman double on.
A real missed opportunity for Landman. 2 darts.
Game shot
to steal the 2 points.
David Davies.
But it's David Davis who gets some revenge on Chris Landman, and his best performance by a country mile. 93.35 in the end. 3 180s in there for him. 4 out of 12 on the doubles. Well, that's cycle 1 out of the way. Into our second round of matches. Robin Beeger up against Jelle Classen is after a short break.
Yelly requires 68. Game shot in the second leg. Jelle Classen.
I actually use a windmill dart. Literally, the Foxfire one straight out of the box, 25 quid.
Doesn't it? On whether it's a good route in or not.
Can he hit the ball?
Game
he can.
And the match,
for the match.
Robin Beeger.
What a way to finish. Classen missing the ball for the 2 points. Robin Beeger doubling his points tally with a wonderful win against Jelle Classen. 81.94 the average for him. 79.05. A disappointing start to the day for Jelle Classen. Maybe he's going to do what Chris Landman did yesterday. Well, Chris Landman is up next against Andy Jenkins.
Chris, you
almost
require 80.
Identical to what happened yesterday. A very good opening performance, and then
game shot on the first leg. Chris Landman.
Nada in match 2, but that's a 15 dart breaker throw with a max from Landman.
Require 100.
Landman on 100 after 12. He'll go tops here.
Game shot on the second leg.
Tops.
Chris Landman. Chris, you require 40.
Well, another blinder.
Shot.
Chris Landman
and a match. Chris
gets it done in 15, 15, 19 and 17 darts, and it is back-to-back 4-0 wins for Chris Landman against Andy Jenkins. And Chris Landman moves on to 8 points and plus 10 leg difference, which is the best leg difference of all the players in the group so far. When we come back, Johan van Velsen takes on table-topping David Davis. That's how hard it is to make it a living.
Absolutely. It's a way of life more than a living. If you can survive and keep covering your
Game
costs.
shot on the third leg. Johan van Velsen.
Double 11 then. And gets the double 11.
Shot. And the match.
And David Davis's run continues. He's now 6 from 7 and pulls 4 points clear at the top of the table. An average of 78.95 for Johan. David Davis 82.87. 4 out of 5 on the doubles. 80%. When we come back after a short break, Chris Landman against Robin Beeger.
Require 100.
Well, for the opening leg, there's the treble 20. Double 10.
Game shot on the first leg. Chris
Never
Landman.
in doubt. 15 dart hold. 1-0. Landman. Cap off. A very tidy display, and he finds the double 10, 15, 19 and 18. The darts used an average of 89.73, a high finish of a ton, 4 out of 9 on the doubles, just the 180, and he closes the gap again to just 2 points over David Davis. When we come back, Jelle Classen back in action, desperate to pick up a win against Johan van Velsen.
Game shot on the third leg. Jelle Classen.
Just looking at the seed, Scott. Classen, Duff, Hurrell, Puha, Lauby. Good to see that ticket sales appear to be very good. It is in December this year.
99. Jelle, you require 36.
Classen here did a 12 dart last leg.
And the match.
He's done a 13 dart this leg. Seals a win 4-0. Much more like the Jelle Classen we've been expecting to see. Look at that. 100 average. That's an average of 15 dart legs. So there's 100 average there for Classen. 4 out of 6 on the doubles. That equates to 66% on his checkout stats. Much better than he's been so far this week. We go to a short break and we will return with the group leader, David Davis, against Andy Jenkins.
Probably something I can't repeat on air. But Landman for the win finds
and the match, Chris Landman.
The double 12 to win it in 16 and lost the opening leg, a real scrappy one. But the response was good, an end average of 82.83. 3 140s, 1 180, 4 out of 11 on the doubles. And a bit of a disaster for Classen. So it is Robin Beeger up next against table-topping David Davis. Single 18 for tops to hold.
Game shot on the first leg.
Wow.
Robin Beeger.
To move right and work around that dart, that is an absolute stunner.
Game shot on the second leg. Robin
back
Beeger.
to back. Ton plus finishes. A 118 in leg 1 is trumped with a 120 checkout for a 15 dart break of throw.
First.
It's all about how this young man hold his nerve here now. And this double 6 moves across. One last dart at it, and he takes it.
And a match, Robin Beeger.
An upset. Robin Beeger wins this one 4-1 against the table topper, David Davis. And look at those averages there, pretty even, Stephen. 89 for Beeger, 86 for Davis, but the all-important numbers are the 4 on Vega's side and the 1 on Davis's side. So he's now been toppled and lost his second match in Group A. We head to a short break, and when we return, we will have Van Velsen versus Jenkins.
Require 138.
Double 9.
Game shot on the 4th leg. Andy Jenkins.
Well,
Johan,
he
you
can't believe
require
it.
54.
He's pinned the 138. He's pinned the 48 and 2. He's had 3 at a double.
Game,
and it's
shot,
ultimately
and a match. Johan
cost
Van
him the
Velsen.
match. It should have been 3-3 in the end, but it is Van Velsen who takes the spoils 4 legs to 2. An average of 82.73, 77.83 for Andy Jenkins. Just the 180 in there. And that went to Van Velsen, who missed 10 darts at a double. Still managed an average of over 82. Well, that's the 4th cycle of games completed. Our 5th and final cycle of matches in the session will start with David Davis against Jelle Classen. Day.
Jelle, you require 36.
A lot of concentration time needed
Game,
up there
shot,
for the referees,
and a
but
match. Jelle Classen
finishes this one off. Not brilliant game by any standard of imagination, but an important game in the context of the group. It's a 4-2 win for Classen there. The average he won't be interested in, 4 out of 10, 40% on the checkout stats. We're heading off to a short break. When we come back, it will be Landman versus Van Velsen.
Chris, you require 71. Game shot on the 2nd leg.
Tidy,
Chris Landman.
clean and clinical. That's 71 from Landman.
That's deadly down there.
Chris, you require 76.
So Landman hits the treble,
Game,
20,
shot,
and
a
the
match.
double,
Chris
8
Landman.
for a 4-0 convincing win. He now tops the group on 14 points and takes over on legs difference. It's Landman there with an 88.41. Van Velsen not far behind on an 84, but it was the 4 out of 5 and 80% checkouts for Landman that did the damage in that one. We head off for a short break and we come back with our last match of the day. That'll be Andy Jenkins versus Robin Vega.
And you
Thought
require
process of we
170.
like to see people doing well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Game shot on the 1st leg. Andy Jenkins.
Andy
Jenks is back.
And you require 70.
And then we'll play 1st to 10 balls and things like that.
Yeah, those are the games
Game
that
shot on
make
the
it
4th
happen
leg.
in practice.
Andy
Yeah,
Jenkins.
we